copying. You said our last QSO was on May 12th, and like I say, you're keeping pretty good records down there in Chester, Pennsylvania. I keep a little scratch pad here and try to copy some notes that I put into the computer so I can keep track of all of the guys. But yeah, a coronal hole has opened up, and it's facing the Earth right now, and all kinds of high-energy stuff is streaming from the sun, hitting our electromagnetic arrangement here on the Earth, and it is causing some real strange things on the band here this morning, although that heterodyning I was referring to was wobbling up and down the frequency and causing pretty good interference here, copying Kevin and Frank. But you're coming through, on, like I said, on the WA1QIX web SDR very strong, so that's good. Yeah, we're running a DX100 into a SB220 and listening to you on an SX101A. I finally got the speaker straightened out on the SX101A. I have an R46B speaker, but I've been finding apparently the permanent magnet was shot in the speaker console. So yesterday I took out that speaker and I put in an 8-inch speaker that was known to be good, and that's made all the difference in the world. So finally we got that straightened around. Well, I'm going to head up and get another couple. Like Kevin, I'm going to be listening along here for the next probably half an hour, Perry. So I'll shoot her back to you, and we'll do like a mini final for you, and then we'll be back on the air. I'll be listening out here for any further comments. W3MMR, W2BNY.
W2BNY, W3MMR. Yep, you got the call right. Whiskey 3 Mike Romeo. And now, don't give me too much credit on the note keeping. I don't. I have the logging program here on the computer, and I've been trying to start log my more 80-meter contacts here on AM. Again, for a while there. Probably, I guess, shortly after the last time we spoke, it's just I stopped because it just seemed like I was talking to to the same folks every time I'd get on the band. So it just it seemed kind of monotonous to just keep entering the same folks into the logging program, but. I do it when I get on 20 meters, and I chase DX on 20 and 40 and try to keep a good record of that at least. But just so happens that I did log you in here before, so I've heard you before, and that's right, you do run a DX100. I have a DX100 at the other operating position that I restored. That sounds pretty good. It was a basket case when I got it, and now it's turned into a really nice rig that I can turn it on, and every time I fire it up, it's right where I left it, and it's always on frequency, always puts out about 110 watts of carrier, always sounds the same, and I know that's hard to believe for a DX100, but I guess if you do it right, you can make them into some fairly nice rigs, and I listen with a NC303 that I restored as well, and also have a Hammerlin HQ140 that I swap in every now and then. But anyway, go get your coffee, Steve. Great hearing on the DX100 this morning with the SB220. It sound great. And we'll sit back and copy the mail for a little while, sip on the coffee here, and I got the tubes warming up on the other side of the shack, so maybe we'll jump over to the DX100 as well. Take care, W2BNY. Talk to you soon from W3MMR.
Okay, Perry. Yeah, good copy up here. Yeah, I've also got an NC303, so that's another great receiver. That's the one I usually use most of the time. So anyway, appreciate your comments on your DX100. I love the DX100. It's a mainstay transmitter for me, and I've got it all restored and reformed, and fans on it and everything going. The cabinet's painted, and it's just been a joy to operate. So anyway, off to the coffee I go, and hopefully we'll catch you a little bit later there, Perry. W3MMR, W2BNY dropping to the side.
Sounds great, Stephen. You also sound great. The DX100 sounds good. Yes, the 303 is what they used to call the green receiver. That and the 300. It's a great receiver. It's definitely the #1 receiver at that operating position. Take care. Talk to you soon. W2BNY going to get the mud from W3MMR. Sipping on the mud.
KK4GZQ, back listening.
Yeah, good morning once again, Kevin. W3MMR.
Hey, I'm having to use WebSDR this morning to receive you guys. KI4HHK with W3MMR near Philadelphia. KK4GZQ. Bruce, I took your advice and got to looking at a fiberglass pole saw that I had out here. I've ended up taking the actual saw blade and the bracket off of the pole, and I think that thing's going to work real nicely. And that came from your point of view here today, and I thought got to looking at it out in the garage, and I thought, why am I building something when I could just take this? KI4HHK, pass it back to W3MMR from KK4GZQ. Good morning, Bruce.
Fan's not running, so let's see how short it is there. See if we're on WebSDR. I just treated and enter the bandwidth really quick. And we'll get off by the back here and get a cup of coffee.
KI4HH from W3MMR. Well, good morning, Bruce. Let me get you in the log here. I don't have a great copy on you this morning. I guess it's band conditions or what here, but well, I'm trying to pull up a web SDR where I could get a good copy on you. But the QIX web SDR isn't that great, and I pull up the K3FEF web SDR, it isn't that great. It's just a weird morning for operating here on 75. And I'd be interested to know what you're talking about there, Kevin, about the fiberglass pole. I wonder if that's if you're making a slingshot out of that. That's the first thing that popped into my mind when we were talking about those throw weights the other day. If not, I'm sure there's other applications that you could use a fiberglass pole for. So I'd be interested to hear. So back over to you, Kevin, and hopefully we'll be able to pick them up a little bit better on the next go-round. KK4GZQ, and Steve went to W2BNY, ran to get coffee himself. Had to go upstairs. I believe he'll probably be back soon. So over to you, Steve, or excuse me, Kevin, KK4GZQ in the group W3MMR.
Hey, Perry, real good. W3MMR with KI4HHK, KK4GZQ, and W2BNY due back from the conference break, sir. Perry, on the fiberglass pole, on the back of it, it's already on stilts. I pitched that deck level up there, 10, 12 feet at the floor level. And then I'll be able to go close to that. This pole's got to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 16 feet long. Maybe 12 feet. No, it's longer than that. I looked at it yesterday. It's somewhere around 16, 18 feet long. And we should be able to get that affixed to that back deck and then have a center support right there coming over the house. And if I can do that, that'll allow, and if I've got enough property on each side, I'd like to put it broadside north-south, but I think the lot runs kind of narrow. And I'm thinking I've got more room to stretch it out, tie off one on the south side and one on the north side, which puts my broadside east-west. So we'll just have to see how that turns out, Perry. And there'll be some pictures. You can bet on that. Anyway, Bruce said he was getting ready to get out of here and head to the salt mine. So let me send it back down his way, Perry. KI4HHK with W3MMR from KK4GZQ. BJ and WB4YIB. Good morning, BJ. I've been thinking about you yesterday. And I don't know if Bruce, BJ, are you hearing Bruce down there? I'm not seeing anything on the pan adapter, over.
I already missed a minute ago, Kevin. KK4GZQ, WB4YIB. Heard Bruce just a little bit. He's the hash down there is a little bit on the rough side. Hanging out with Steve and that's about it. Something good. That's going to need anything bad to hope we got a busy day today, Kevin. We got to take 32 rounds. Maybe that I get my car back today. We've had it tied up one way or another for the last 6 or 8 months. I'm hoping to get it back. I hope it's done correctly this time. Anyhow, back to you, Kevin. KK4GZQ, WB4YIB.
Okay, BJ. BJ, how long does it take you to get over to Lakeland?
4 days and 10 nights.
About an hour? No, it's less than an hour. It's less than 1 hour from your place, isn't it, BJ?
I think so. Lakeland, probably, that's on the east side or the west side of Florida. I'm on the place where Lakeland is, Kevin.
Lake City, BJ, over.
Oh, Lake City. I'm at Lake City, 45 minutes or less.
So that puts you over at Tallahassee in about an hour and a half, right?
Roger.
Okay. I think from Tallahassee, you know, even though it's not really that far from Tallahassee, it's only, you know, road miles. It's not that far, but it's you know, over the river and through the woods, I think, around through there to get down to St. George. So that puts you at about 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes drive over. And I'm talking with Art and Joe and John, the BZS, and also talking, going to send an email today to K4EDZ over in Port St. Joe and see if maybe he wants to meet up as well. But probably sometime Tuesday, Wednesday, the middle of next week is what I'm shooting for, BJ. If there's any way you can make it, by golly, do so. Let me send it back up to Perry and see if Steve is getting back in here as well. W3MMR to take it. KK4GZQ in the group.
KK4GZQ in the group, W3MMR. Good morning, BJ. Excuse me, sounding good up here in Pennsylvania this morning. Good copy. And okay, that makes sense now with the center support for the antenna. I didn't hear what antenna you'd be running. I don't know what kind of wire you're going to put up or how big. But I remember looking at the pictures of the place that you're staying at, and I guess the lot is kind of like a rectangle. It doesn't go, real wide on either side of the house, I'm guessing. When you said it's pretty narrow there. And I'm sure you probably said which way the property is oriented, in what direction, but I don't remember. But I'm sure you'll be able to make it work. And that extra height, that extra 16 feet or so of height will definitely help your cause there with 25 watts or what you'll be running out of the Kenwoods. So I'm real anxious to hear you, Kevin. I can't wait to hopefully work you when you get there, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time meeting up with everybody and meeting up with the group that you normally get to talk to here in the morning and putting an eyeball QSO on the fellas there. So I'm real happy for you. I know you're going to have a great time, and I know you're really looking forward to it, and I know the time's coming up fast. These last couple of days are dragging, I'm sure. But it'll be here before you know it. So anyway, you guys go ahead and pick it up. Turn it back over to you, BJ. I want to run down the hall. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. And hopefully I should be back by the time it comes back around to me. Back over to you, BJ. WB4YIB in the group, W3MMR.
Okay, I'm going to pick it up from here, Perry. W3MMR with WB4YIB from KK4GZQ. Steve, are you back from the coffee pot? W2BNY is still with BJ here listening, and Perry had to run down the hall. W2BNY, you still with us? KK4GZQ in the group.
Yeah, I just got back to the shack here a few minutes ago and listening to Perry and BJ. And this is W2BNY, by the way. Yeah, the trip sounds exciting, Kevin. It's going to be interesting to see if we can work you from the location. And I know it's going to take you a day or two to get down there and get set up, but we'll certainly be listening for you on Monday, maybe even during the weekend. Today I'm going off to see a movie. It's opening here in Buffalo called The Wars. And it's about the relationship between Edison, Westinghouse, and Tesla back in the 1880s, 1890s. And the movie is getting panned as not being very good. It's being promoted as the director's cut, whatever that means. But interesting time in our industrial history when the fight between Edison and DC and Tesla and Westinghouse on the AC side was raging here in the country. And it's supposed to be a pretty good movie in regard to their roles in that part of our history. But we're going to go off today and take it in. My wife said you better read the reviews before you go, because she said it's not getting very good reviews. But it's one of my favorite subjects on my QRZ website. There's a picture of me standing beside a Tesla Tesla statue up in Niagara Falls that was put up about 20 years ago. So those characters, Edison, Tesla, and Westinghouse, have always been a favorite of mine, and the movie, I'm sure, at least to me, is going to be very interesting. So I don't know if Perry has gotten back yet, or if BJ is copying me, but we'll try it to BJ. WB4YIB in the group, W2BNY.
W3MMR back.
Okay, I see two signals here on my pan adapter, Steve. Steve, did you pick up anybody on your end? W2BNY, KK4GZQ. I saw some signals but couldn't hear them, Steve. Over.
Yeah, I saw a couple of carriers myself. Perry checked back in there, so if Perry, you're around, if you're back from your trip, why don't you pick it up? W3MMR in the group, W2BNY.
Yeah, all right, Steve, W2BNY, W3MMR. Yep, just to run down the hall in the process of trying to cut my hair. I usually just buzz it off, and so in between transmissions here, I'm buzzing my hair. I have so I have like a half a head of hair right now. It'd be a sight for sore eyes. Oh Lord. Anyway, yeah, I have a wedding to go to tonight, so that's why I'm cutting my hair this morning. But anyway, my cousin is getting married today, so congratulations to her. I remember when she was just a baby. She's, I believe, how old is she now? I believe she's 25. 25, and she's getting married. She has a little 1-year-old, and I'm only 32 myself, but still, I still remember when she was a little baby, and it's crazy how fast time goes by. So that's my plans for tonight. I'm not a drinker or anything like that, or a partier, so, and I have to work in the morning, so I'm going. Then the wedding's at 6 or 6:30. I get off work at 6, so I have to shoot right over there from work, or come home and get changed and go straight to the wedding, and then hopefully it won't take too long. Go to the reception, eat my plate, and then say my congratulations and best wishes, and get on out of there and get back here and get rested up for work in the morning there. But real good on that movie, Steve. That would be interesting to see. If you could write the title down, or say the title again, I'm gonna write the title down, and maybe I can find it online when it comes or on Amazon, or maybe I could be able to purchase it when it comes out on DVD there. I'd be interested to see that. And it seems like with movies like that, Steve, they'll get bad reviews, but that's for they're bad reviews from people that don't have an interest like we do. In electricity or in radio or things as such. Because I remember there was a movie on Marconi. I can't remember the name of it, but it got really bad reviews, but I absolutely loved it. It's kind of like it was a documentary, but it got bad reviews. I do remember that, and I really enjoyed it. So hopefully it's one of those situations. But anyway. Real good on the movie there, and like I said, if you could run that name past me again, I'll write it down and put it here in the notes for future reference. Anyway, back over to you, Kevin. You guys are still sounding real great down here. You guys have really good signals here to the QTH this morning, and no need for the web SDR for you two here. Back over to you, Kevin. KK4GZQ and the group W3MMR.
W3MMR with W2BNY. Let me check on BJ, KK4GZQ. Let me make one more call down to BJ and see if that carrier wasn't maybe his in there, and I may have lost band conditions into Florida. I'm not sure. WB4YIB with the group KK4GZQ. How copy, BJ?
I heard a WK in there. Kevin, you and I are the only ones that I can copy. The rest of them are, I'm not even thinking about copying what's going on. So I'm sitting here just enjoying the bits and pieces of Humperdines and voices that I can't identify. But y'all carry on. I'm going to sit here and listen. If the man straightens up I need to ask you a couple of questions about when and where and how you're going to be on your vacation. We're going to just try to get together with you. But go ahead and enjoy the morning. We're going to be here sitting at the band thing that usually does in about another 15 or 20 minutes. We'll jump back in, Kevin. KK4GZQ and the W4. I don't know who it was, but he's in there. WB4YIB.
Yeah, who was that again? What was the last breaking station? Over? Charlie Juliet, I believe. Randy, I hope you picked up the breaking station. I wasn't able to switch over to the web SDR fast enough. And good morning again to you, BJ, and also hearing Randy from Alabama. KW4WK. I tell you what, I'm just going to make a quick one. Pick up Randy, KW4WK, and then Charlie Juliet is there as well, Randy, before it goes back north up to Steve, W2BNY. So they're in Buffalo. Steve was talking about the movie Something Wars, and I didn't get the band took a fade when you were talking about it, but I got the gist of it. Edison, Westinghouse, and Tesla, Industrial Revolution, understand and do know a little bit about the history of all that with the competition on the AC versus DC power. And, boy, I've got an aunt, Steve, that will flat give you down the road if you don't give kudos to Tesla. If you try to talk about Edison to her, you might get more than you bargained for, I'll tell you that. I don't know why that's such a hot button to her, but it is. Anyway, I don't want to keep it here. And BJ, I'll be back around to you. We're going to be there arriving tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. Sunday, I'll be trying to set an antenna up. I hope after the rains clear out. Might get a chance Saturday night, but I doubt it. And then on Monday, we should have an antenna on the air. And I think Art and Joe and the guys are thinking about coming over sometime Tuesday or Wednesday. So if we could work it with you and you could come down, that would be great. KW4WK to go ahead and take it. Charlie Juliet on the side, and then goes back north to Buffalo to W2BNY. KW4WK in the group. Good to hear you, Randy. KK4GZQ. Getting ready for vacation.
KK4GZQ and W3MMR and W2BNY, and I did not copy anybody but you and BJ. So I'll send it back to you, and you can send it where it goes, Kevin. But I've been real lucky about getting on the radio. I've had a real high noise level here, and it sounds like somebody was running an arc welder out in the backyard. It's pretty clear this morning. I turn it on quite often, but because the noise is so bad, I just get bits and pieces of what's being said. It's an excuse, I know, but I haven't been able to get out there and find it. Happened once before, and I figured out where it was coming from, and the power company did a real good job of getting out here and getting it fixed, but I hadn't had time to do it this time, so kind of lax getting in. I just want to say good morning to you, and thank you for anybody else that can hear me. Got the rain coming in this morning, supposed to be here for 2 or 3 days, and we've got a flood function set up for Saturday, and I have a feeling it's going to get rained out, but we'll see how that works out. So good morning to you, BJ, and Kevin, and anybody else that can hear me. I'll be around for a few minutes. KK4GZQ, KW4WK. Goodbye.
Hey, Randy, real good. I just wanted to see if the Charlie Juliet station would come back in there. I don't recognize the voice. Okay, Randy, very good. And sorry about your high noise level down there this morning. And I'll be traveling through your state tomorrow through all that rain, Randy. So wish us luck on that. And that 73, excuse me, BJ didn't sign. I was trying to put him out of here. But BJ, we'll talk some more about what we get a little closer. We get settled in down there. So anyway, Charlie Juliet to pick it up and set it up to W2BNY from KK4GZQ in the group. Did I get the call right, John? Papa Echo 7 Charlie Juliet. Papa, is that Papa Echo 7 Charlie Juliet? Over. Perry, did you or Steve or anybody copy his call sign, KK4GZQ?
No, unfortunately, I can't make him out. I see his carrier here at the house, but I'm over here like a madman trying to pull up different web SDRs to pull him in, but unfortunately, I can't copy him here. W3MMR.
Thank you, Perry. Okay, I'm getting ready to send it on around to Steve here. One more time, John, and I've got the web SDR in Massachusetts pulled up. I don't think that's helping, but I'm hearing you pretty well here in Lexington, Kentucky on my own receiver, which is a Flex 3000, and I'm running an AL 1200 out through a dipole. Inverted V at about 62 feet, John. Question mark Echo 7 Charlie Juliet. John, try to give me your call one more time. Over.
I've got it, Kevin. Echo 7 Charlie Juliet. Kevin.
Okay, Bob, good morning to you. KN4HH is there, and also K9GAS just checked in. So, Bob, pick it up, give it to Jerry. Jerry, get it up to Steve, W2BNY, and John, we got your call. Alpha Echo 7 Charlie Juliet. Got you, John, and I'll send it around to Bob. KN4HH to take it. KK4GZQ in the group. Good morning, everybody.
Well, good morning, Kevin and everyone. KK4GZQ. AE7CJ. Just about Q4 to Q5. Not a bad signal, John. My name is Bob, Bravo Oscar Bravo, located near Atlanta, Georgia. If you're not back to have you. So, as far as I'm assuming that we've got good enough opportunity here. Well, counting out the day, Kevin. That must be you're ready to hit the road. So I hope you're all set and got the vehicle all serviced and ready to roll. Okay, good morning, Jerry. Over to you. KN4HH.
Good morning, it's K9GAS. And John, up there in Banks, Oregon, you're coming in to me about, 5 to 9. I mean, pretty good copies, so I'm sure that changed pretty quick. And I'm close to Indianapolis, Indiana, and the call is K9 Golf Alpha Sierra. And good morning, Kevin, Bob, I think, Perry, I think I heard, and Steve. So, Steve, over to you. And Randy. Good morning, Randy. It's been a while since I've heard you, so good to hear you this morning. And, yeah, I hate to hear about that noise. I think we've all had that and never found the source of mine, but it finally went away. So I think it was part of the construction progress of the communications stuff that was going all around here for about a year, but finally it's gone. Anyway, over to you, Steve. W2BNY in the group, and I gotta get my coffee yet. K9GAS. Good morning.
Okay, Jerry, good to hear you on this morning. W9GAS in the group, W2BNY, and an ever-expanding group. I copied Bob, HH. I could not hear John, CJ, and I also copied Randy on the North Central Massachusetts web SDR. Thank God for SDRs. Jerry, just a comment. You're normally 40 over, but today having difficult copy with you, and it's all because of the geomagnetic storm, I'm sure, that is underway. So I'm surprised we're able to make any communications this morning with, I think it's up to a G3 level, so not too good. Yeah, I was commenting on the movie that's opening in many cities this morning called The Current War. It's called The Current War. Current like an amperage. And it's about the struggle between Tesla, Edison, and Westinghouse, and the fight between AC and DC. And we think today we see some nasty things. But back in those days when they were fighting the AC-DC war, trying to promote one over the other, Edison staged a couple of events in front of the press where he took AC and electrocuted a horse, trying to indicate to the public that AC was a people killer. And he also arranged for the first AC electrocution in Auburn, New York. And he also used that as a tool to try to demonstrate that AC was not the way to go. Of course, Edison at the time had tremendous investment in DC plants, particularly in the major cities like New York. But Tesla knew and Westinghouse knew that in order to make electric transmission possible, you had to go to AC. So anyway, the movie is opening today. I'm going to go see it. I'm not sure the general public will appreciate it, but I'm sure any amateur radio operator will. So enough of that. And Perry, if you're still around, why don't you pick it up? W3MMR and the group, W2BNY.
W2BNY, W3MMR. Just switched over to the DS100 here real quick. Since I had it fired up, I figured I'd make one on it. Excuse me, real quick. Yeah, real good. Okay, that's the name of it, The Current War. Okay, I'd be interested to see. I just looked it up on the computer here. It's got 6.3 out of 10. Out of a 10 rating there on IMDb. 3 out of 5 stars in some other places. So I don't think it's, I don't think they think it's real terrible, by any means. I've definitely seen some bigger ticket movies with lower ratings. That's for sure. So, nevertheless, I hope you enjoy the movie, Steve. Good morning to Jerry. Hey, Jerry, you're not that strong here this morning either, and you're usually the channel master. So the band is doing some weird things this morning, whether it be the solar storm that Steve has mentioned or something else. But the band is doing some funky things here this morning. Good morning to you, Randy, and sorry about the noise. I've been battling a hellacious noise floor here. Where I live in Chester, Pennsylvania. I'm 7 miles southwest of Philadelphia. I'm pretty much in the city. It's the suburbs, but it's here. So there's so many different noise sources that I have to deal with. And there's one house, one neighbor, 2 houses down from me, who has a really nice Velodyne subwoofer that wipes out the AM broadcast band at my house. And effects all the way up here on 80 meters. And I actually had to go over there Saturday to Mix 31 Ferrite from Palomar Engineers to go over there to hopefully take care of that. But he's been nice enough to keep the subwoofer off for me for about a week or so. And I'm very fortunate to have a neighbor who's willing to work with me as well. So kudos to him on that. Good morning to you, Bob. KN4HH. Big signal up here this morning. And everybody else sounding real good. And I don't know if BJ's still in there, but good morning once again to BJ. And good morning, John. AE7CJ, I believe. Or CJ. Out in Oregon. I doubt you're hearing me, but good morning to you nevertheless. Anyway, we'll keep things moving around here. Kevin, I think it comes to you. Because I haven't heard you in a while. I know it's kind of a big group here. So go ahead and make one, Kevin. If not, I guess just sling it around. You're the middleman here. You do a great job at it, Kevin. So over to you. KK4GZQ in the group, W3MMR.
Okay, Perry, W3MMR with the group, KK4GZQ. And again, good morning to Bob, KN4HH in Peachtree City, and the gas man, K9GAS. Good morning to everybody, and good morning to John, AE7 Charlie Juliet out in Oregon. And pretty nice copy here as well. You're about 7 and 9 here on the receiver here, John, on the flex. And BJ, I'm going to send it on down to your way. Good to hear Randy coming in from Alabama. Good signal this morning. Said he's been bothered with some noise, and he's going to get it worked out with the electrical company. So with that, it goes to BJ. And BJ, I think if you would, try to send it to Bob. That way Bob can send it out to John out in Oregon, AE7 Charlie Juliet. WB4YIB in the group, KK4GZQ.
Okay, Kevin. Again, you're the only thing I'm hearing. I don't know. I have not heard from else. So it's horrible down here, but you know, it's their turn in the barrel. I will get up with you. I'd send you a text message. I would like to try to figure out some way to get over and get up to you guys and make a picture. Anyway, we're going to pretty much day to day. Marie's got a doctor's appointment. I got a car in the shop supposed to get out today if the part comes in, and of course, my Mustang is supposed to be picked up for the third time. This third time they painted it, Kevin. Trying to get it painted the first 2 times, it looked like they painted with the you remember the old fly sprayers that you stuff in the canister and sit there and pump that pump and you spray. That's what it looked like they painted it with. Or I don't know, foxtail and a gallon bucket of paint. Terrible job. But anyway, third time is a charm. So we'll see if we're going to be charmed. So, Bob, I don't know which way it goes. Yeah, and I'm going to back out, Kevin. W4YIB, and ever who's supposed to take it.
And I'm about to skip Randy here, BJ. Okay, BJ, very good. Okay, I'm painting that Mustang for the third time. Oh well, it's only money. Hey, BJ, we'll get up with you on the notes about getting together here in the next 24 hours. 7-3, BJ. KW4WK to take it and send it over to KN4HH. And Bob, see if you can get John's attention again. KW4WK, KK4GZQ in the group.
KW4WK, good morning. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Anyway, I've got a question for the group, and my college 7583 smoked a couple of weeks ago, and I've been looking for one, and haven't been able to find one, except for a new one. I mean, want to put a new one in there. I called, let's see, I don't remember who it was. But anyway, somebody had one in stock, and this is basically 6 weeks to get it, and from DPK, and I don't have any problem with DPK stuff, but I would rather put a period correct one in if somebody's power transfer. It's 7583 that I'm looking for, so anybody got the cross one that I'm going to send me an email and let me know. Birmingham, if the rain, I know you're coming in at 6 if the rain messes us up tomorrow, then might be an opportunity to start and get a cup of coffee and would fill me in on that. And I'm going to sit here and do this morning. It's been so long I needed it. Let's see, I'm supposed to send it to Rock, KN4HH. KW4WK.
All right, very good. Okay, it's Group KN4. And Terry and Steve, between Direct and the Web SDR. I'll tell you what, an excellent resource is John's
Electric Association. You'll go to their website, collinsradio.org. There's a reflector on there, and there's also a list of providers of parts. The real deal, Collins parts. So that might be a place to start. collinsradio.org. And they have a really good resource. All the people that have parts and equipment. There's also an email reflector on there where you can put out a request. Alrighty, very good. 73. Good luck on that paint job again. I hope like you said, you're going to get it. But I know you're going to. Okay, let's give John a try out in Oregon. I did hear you fairly well, John. So let's see what happens. We'll keep it on hold here. Alpha Echo 7 Charlie Juliet. Any copy, John, from KN4HH, over. Yeah, roger, John. Go ahead. Okay, 73, John. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was a real treat to hear you from Oregon this morning, and a nice signal that time. Now if you turn it over to you, KK4GZQ, KN4HH.
Okay, KN4HH in the group, KK4GZQ. Bob, you didn't get a good transmission, and I think it needs to come back your way and then go up to Jerry, K9GAS. I've already had a turn at it. John, great to hear you this morning. Alpha Echo 7 Charlie Juliet up near Portland. And Jerry, thank you for the message you sent me there on Facebook. Back to you, Bob. KN4HH in the group, KK4GZQ. 7-3 out there, John.
Very good. Good morning, Joe. Nice to know this K4JCP recognized. KK4GZQ in the group. All right, very good. What a treat to hear John this morning out in Oregon. That's pretty good. So, okay. Let's see. I don't have anything here. Looks like it's about 42 degrees here right now. Sure hope you have good traveling weather. We have 70% chance of rain today, 60% chance tomorrow in this area, but nothing spectacular. No big storm fronts or anything like that. Just good old-fashioned rain. So that shouldn't affect you at all right now, big question. I'm wondering if next time around if you go non-stop or if you guys stop all the way down, I wonder how you do it. Okay, Jerry, here she comes. K9GAS, Megan Joe, KN4HH.
Okay, Bob. Yeah, I sure will. Good morning, Joe. And good morning, BJ. I missed you the first round, so you're coming in here nice. BJ, you were about 10, 15 over, so, and good morning, John. Was strong that time, but was still making it here to Indianapolis, so I think the changing happening here, you were going to skip over me pretty quick. But, yeah, And Steve, either you or Perry, you're not near what I normally hear you, so and nobody is. There's no great signals out here this morning. They're good. I mean, I can understand everybody, but they're not the really great signals normally here. And even this morning, he's always in here pretty good. So the band is not long or short. It's just not good. Apparently, something in the solar, something is going on. I haven't looked, but yeah, I'm sure it got to be pretty good. Good morning to the group, and yeah, Kevin, no problem. I wasn't complaining about you not answering. I just tried to get it quick, and I was just going to sit here and listen. I actually got a fire up this morning, trying to get my motor going, which is not real easy this morning for some reason. It's just nothing in the, my chemicals in the head here are getting me going. So hopefully it will start up here shortly. I've got a case out west, but there the hospital is kicking me out. Now this is my last day with them, and so it's almost hard. But no, I'll get there just fine. Got to remember the reason I'm going there. All right, let's see. Joe, I'll pick you up and see if you can hopefully hear Steve. I'm sure Kevin or somebody can relay to you. And, Steve, on the movie, yeah, I saw that advertised, and that's interesting. It's like the Imitation Game, I really enjoyed that movie because of the background, but it wasn't a stellar movie as far as, other parts of it, so if you weren't into that, I'm sure people didn't like it. I have a feeling this one will be the same. But I've seen a couple of documentaries over the years, and nothing to do with primarily electricity, but it was, more of the intent of executing criminals, and it had the backstory of that, which was interesting, why they ended up with the methodology of DC the way they did. But, as ham radio operators, I guess that's what scares you about these 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7,000 volts in these transmitters and amplifiers. That's what they used to kill people back in the day. So, and I'm not sure the humane of it. It hurts like a son of a gun. So it may not last long, but I think the lethal injection is probably the easiest method to put somebody down is in this day and time. But anyway, I don't want to get into a political argument here because I'm just making a comment that I know that the times I've been bit by voltages up to about 700, not, of course, anything over that. I'm sure personally it hurts all day. That's the bad part of it. Anyway, go ahead, Joe. K4JCP. I don't know why I got off on that one. K9GAS and turn it up to W2BNY. Steve up from Buffalo. Good morning, Joe.
Big signal in the shop.
Give me his call again, Jerry.
Yeah, that's Whiskey 2 Bravo November E18. Randy, I forgot to comment on the transformer, but maybe next time. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. K9GAS and the group, good morning all from K4JCP down here in Fort Walton Beach. It's a little warmer this morning, 69 degrees out there. And, yes, clouds, but it's still overcast and a little chiller last night. In the immediate vicinity right now, it's a bit later on. Yeah, I guess you're getting packed over here with the field down here. W2BNY and the group K4JCP.
Okay, Joe, K4JCP in a large group here this morning. This is W2BNY. Well, certainly good to hear everybody on this morning. When I got up and looked at the propagation forecast with the G2, G3 storm forecasted, I didn't think anybody was going to be on the air, but sometimes 75 surprises us, and this is one of those mornings. Well, I hope everybody has a good day and a good weekend, and trip down to Florida. Looking forward to work you on future mornings from your temporary QTH. And good morning to the gas man. Copied most of that transmission and your comments about the movie. I think it was The Imitation Game. I saw that a couple of years ago. Very interesting movie. And W3MMR getting ready to head off to a wedding. I love weddings. You get a group of people that are as happy as most people are going to a wedding, and it's usually a pretty good time for all. And Perry's got his cousin getting married later today, so I hope that's an enjoyable event for all. So I'm going to wish everybody 7-3s. This is going to be my final transmission, and good to hear everybody on this morning, and have a good day and a good weekend. So W3MMR in the group. This is W2BNY. 7-3s all.
Yeah, 7-3, Steve. BNY in the group, W3MMR. I see a carrier. I saw a carrier pop up there. Anyone else was able to make out the breaking station, if that was a breaking station. But I'll go ahead and throw it up in the air and see if they can, or if anybody else picked them up. Maybe wants to turn it to them. But anyway, I'm going to say 7-3 as well, guys. It's been fun here this morning. As always, got to get ready to hit the salt mine. And it's always a pleasure getting in here with you guys in the morning. And good morning once again, Jerry and Bob and John out in Oregon. 7-3 to you. Bruce and BJ and Kevin and whoever else is in here. It's a big group, and I stopped writing stuff down after a while. So anyway, you guys are sounding all great this morning, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have a little bit better band conditions with them. I know things have kind of been funky here this morning, so I won't keep it. 7-3 to you guys. Have a good day, and some of the news for the military radio net tomorrow morning here. If not, maybe we can you guys hit for that. 7-3, guys. Over to you, Kevin. I believe that's what I'm turning it to. Take care, and Kevin, if I don't talk to you before you leave for the trip, best of luck, man, and safe travels. I'm sure you'll have a great time. 7-3, KK4GZQ in the group from W3MMR.
W3MMR with group KK4GZQ, and good morning to Joe, K4JCP from Fort Walton Beach. Good morning, Joe. Good copy here in the Lexington there. I'm getting ready to sign here myself. I'm going to make one more over here with you guys, and then I got to get out. Got some things I got to do today. Perry, before you run off, you asked me back in a couple of transmissions ago about the orientation of the antenna, and looking at the island just itself, the island sits in a southwest northeast fashion. So if I put the antenna long ways in the yard, the way that it fits, I'll have a broadside coming your way. You're in Steve's way. And then, of course, the other way will be southwest down into the Gulf of Mexico. But I should have a decent antenna system there with 25 watts. I would think I could probably work it, but who knows? We'll see. And thank you for the good wishes. I appreciate that. Randy, unfortunately, I'm going to be the only driver tomorrow. And I've got family and dogs, and I can say that if you wanted to see me at the gas pump somewhere at in Birmingham, then that would probably be about it. I try to get them down there in about 12 hours and get checked in and get everybody situated, and with the dogs and all. The less time on the road, the better for us, I guess, man. But I'm sorry to say, probably we'll go just keep rolling right on, especially in the rain tomorrow as well. And Joe, don't be surprised if you get some sort of a weird call from a Florida area code with a 927 prefix. That'll be the house number there at St. George Island. If none of our phones work out there, I may have to communicate with you and Art on further details of what day we're going to get together. So if you get a call from somewhere there in Florida, you or Art, either one, you know it's me. DJ, do you have any further comments? And go to Randy KW4JCP, WB4YIB in the group, KK4GZQ.
WB4YIB.